everyone, it's Chef Michael here from Doctoronamission.com. Hopefully you're having a healthy and happy, great month. Can you believe it? We're already in April already. Well, now that wasn't an April Fool's joke. We actually are, if you didn't know. Today, I'm going to be talking about making a healthy, inexpensive vegetable soup at home. One of my missions here at Doctoronamission.com for you as the chef here is to give you tools so that you can do a lot more cooking at home in this great environment we call the kitchen. Yes, if we can cook more at home and not go out and have takeaways and others, because, you know, we love to go out too. But what we're finding in today's society is that people are going out and eating out more and more and more. So I want to help you to be able to do some great stuff at home. So today we're going to be talking about cooking a soup at home, a nice healthy soup. I'm going to be working with pumpkin. Here in New Zealand, it's called kumara. You might call it a sweet potato or yam, and carrot. So we got pumpkin, kumara, and carrot soup. A little bit of a two-step process. I'm going to get started in a moment. I'm going to be putting a stock together. What I like to do is take about half the vegetables and use that to make the stock for the soup, the liquid for the soup, and then the other half I'll chop those up, dice those up, and we'll saute those off, and then we'll add the stock to it, which will give us a fantastic flavor. It's fairly simple. I'll show you how to do it. The great thing is, because one of the myths I hear out there a lot is eating healthy is expensive. Well, here at Doctoronamission.com, our research and what I have found is we're going to be a myth buster today. That's really a myth, because putting this soup together today with the ingredients I've got, you're probably looking at around, depending on what part of the world you are, maybe $5 to $10 at most to put this soup together, which would probably give you somewhere around 15 servings or so. So we're talking about maybe 50 cents to 75 cents per serving to put a healthy, beautiful soup together for your family. Okay? So I'm going to start chopping and dicing and get some things going. Hopefully you come back, join me on the other side, and I'll show you how we put it all together. Okay? Bye for now. Hi everyone, Chef Michael here. Welcome back on the continuation of making our beautiful homemade vegetable soup. What I did is when I chopped up the vegetables, I took half the vegetables, and what I also added into that was an onion. I added half of a diced onion, put it into a pot, covered that with water at about either 2 quarts or 2 liters, just depending on how much you're going to use. Just cover it about double liquid over the size of the amount of vegetables you got. And today I put in 2 garlic cloves with that, some salt, some pepper, and dry dill weed. That was the flavor I wanted to use in this mixture today. And let that cook for about 20 minutes, and that softens the vegetables up nicely. And at the end, what I added was, you could do milk, you could do more water if you wanted, but I like to get a little bit of a creamy taste to it, a creamy texture. I added about a half a can of coconut milk to it. And then you can use one of these hand blenders if you like, or whatever type of food processor you might have, and just puree it up. And what we ended up with this beautiful, beautiful liquid, this great stock, this great vegetable stock, and this is going to be our liquid for our soup. Now the other part is we've got the veggies all diced up, ready to go. Cut them up fairly small because they're going to be the bits and pieces in your soup. And we're going to saute those up in the pan for a few minutes, and then we're going to add the liquid to it, and then we're going to let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes so the rest of the vegetables soften up, and it's going to be ready to go. Now, just in saying that, when you saute, what I highly recommend is using like a coconut oil or a sesame oil when you saute, because it's got a much higher burning point than an olive oil. I only use the olive oil just for cold dishes, cold items, okay? And there is plenty of information out there about that, or I know Dr. Isabel talks about that in some of her blogs. So next step, I'm going to be going over and start to saute our vegetables. Then we're going to be adding our stock, and it's going to come all together. This is very exciting. It's looking great. I'm going to see you again soon. Hi everyone, Chef Michael here, and yeah, we're finishing off the soup. I think it's coming out really, really beautiful. We left off, we were sauteing the vegetables in the coconut oil for 3 or 4 minutes, and then added the liquid to it, and now we've just, it's been cooking on a nice low simmer for about 15 minutes to soften up the veggies that are in there, and I think we're looking at a beautiful, beautiful soup. Now what I like to do just to finish it off is to just put in about 2 tablespoons of real butter and just work that in. It'll give it a beautiful, silky, smooth, buttery flavor. And yes, butter is good fat. If you want to know more about good fats versus bad fats, on our website, Doctoronamission.com, Dr. Isabel's got a whole teaching instruction on about good fat versus bad fat. It's a free video. I just say check it out if you really want to know about that. But again, a little like butter at the end. Beautiful, beautiful flavor. And now, of course, got a taste. Thumbs up. Yes, that came out beautiful. Now, just a couple things you can do. If you want to add some meat, you could dice up some free-range chicken and saute that up when you're doing the vegetables and add that to it. Again, this soup was about $6 for me to make. And I would say we've got enough for our family of 4 to have at least 2 meals out of it. Depends on how big, they're probably going to want a second. So probably 2 meals out of it. That's pretty good value. That's inexpensive, healthy eating. If you add some chicken to it, maybe $5, $6 worth of chicken, still it's going to be $15 or less for a beautiful soup for a family of 4 to get 2 meals out of. You got a family of 8? Okay, it's 1 meal, but it's still great value. Now here's a wonderful thing. You can take that same recipe and whatever vegetable soup you're going to make, whether maybe it's a cauliflower or it's a broccoli or whatever, but then just take half your veggies, make the beautiful stock, the other half of the veggies diced up for the saute, and put those together to make yourself an incredible soup. You're really looking at probably a half hour to put it all together, okay? Well, that's it for me from today at Chef Michael at Doctoronamission.com. It's been fantastic sharing with you. We want to help you guys to do a lot more cooking around the home and enjoy this beautiful place we call the kitchen. Bye for now. See you again.